Welcome, bungholes, to TP for your earholes. My name is Patrick Schmidt.
And with you is Charlene Schmidt.
And today we have a little bit of a different kind of episode for you. We're talking about 10 things that we want to talk about, but we're not sure if there's enough to turn them into full-on episodes. So Char's picked 5 of those things to talk about. She didn't tell me what they were. And I've also picked 5 of my own that I have not told you about.
That's right. Surprise!
And so this is going to be something surprising for both of us. And it's going to allow us to get into some topics that we really want to get into, but we just aren't sure we can really devote what you expect as a listener as far as depth and quality to those ideas. But we want to touch on them because we think they're important.
Right. So that's kind of how this whole idea came about, was we want to talk about these things, but we know they won't make a full, say, 30-minute show. We can't flesh them out that much. So let's try, 2 or 3 minutes apiece.
Now, there is a chance that maybe 1 or 2 or 10 of these could end up as full-on complete episodes sometime. But that really does depend on you, dear listener. And if any of these topics really resonate with you and you'd like us to talk about them more, hey, connect with us. Let us know that that's your feeling. Char, how can they do that?
You can go on Blue Sky, Instagram, and or Facebook, and or YouTube. Go to TP for your earholes and reach out. Keep up with our latest updates there. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube as well, especially if you're listening there already. And of course, you can just reach out to us personally on our contact form on our website. That is at tpforyourearholes.com.
Nailed it.
Thanks.
Good work. So I say we just dive right into our topic, which is 10 topics. Who wants to start?
I think you should start.
So I'll start with a simple question. I do think this could be a full-on episode, but I really struggle with this because I have an answer that doesn't allow for a lot of expounding. And that question is, did Beavis and Butt-head ever jump the shark?
Ooh, good question. Okay, yeah, I see the dilemma. It could be a full-fledged episode at the same time. This might only take a couple minutes.
So here's my take.
What's your take?
Part of why I put this on this episode is because my answer is no. Not only no, but hell no. Never jumped the shark and has always been true to itself and has never gone out of its way just to get views like a jumping the shark kind of moment. It's never had that. And that's, I think, one of the beauties of this show is I don't think it ever will.
Yeah, no disagreement here. I can't think of a moment where I thought, oh, God, why did they do that in Beavis and Butt-head? No. And I don't foresee a moment where they possibly would. This show has a certain purity to it, where it really stays true to itself, and the people who are in charge, no matter what generation it's in, really seem to be aware of that. And I don't think it'll jump to shark either. So that's also my answer. No, it's not happening. It will not happen. Please don't prove us wrong.
No pressure, guys. All right. So that should give you a vibe of what the rest of the show is going to be like. It's going to be 10 questions just like that.
It's going to be like this.
Char, what's yours? What's your first one?
Okay, my first question is this. What is a situation you think would make for a hilarious Beavis and Butt-head episode that hasn't been done yet?
I think one thing that could be really, really interesting for a Beavis and Butt-head episode is Beavis and Butt-head at prom.
Oh, God. How did they even get there?
Well, there's something about, it's the 2020s. You can have same-sex couples now. And so they end up going with each other.
Do they even know that?
And they don't know. They don't know that they're going as a couple. They're just going.
Okay.
So I think that could be kind of fun.
There could be a lot of fun, sort of like double entendres there. There could be a lot of miscommunication, comedy of errors type of stuff.
Sure.
Sort of like the marriage episode, Just Married.
Right.
but make it prom.
Make it prom and make them 15 again.
Okay, I could totally see this happening next season.
Nice.
And if we predicted it, great.
How about you? What do you got as the episode you just can't wait to see?
I feel like there needs to be some sort of a tech angle that Beavis and Butthead haven't explored yet. And you know how Van Driesen was recording some YouTube videos where he was in nature and then, of course, got tortured to death, or at least near death?
Sure.
What if Beavis and Butthead try to become viral YouTube stars?
Ooh.
Like they find out what viral means and think, hey, that's going to get us to score. That's going to get us chicks and money. This is the way. What do they do to try and make that happen? That's what I want to know.
And how does it resolve itself?
Oh.
I don't know, but I am now invested in this storyline too. I want to know.
Of course, it's got to backfire in the worst possible way because of their own dumbassery. How that happens, I don't know. I'm not one of the writers. If you want me to figure that out, you hire me.
Yes, that sounds perfectly reasonable.
So that is my suggestion. All right.
So my second question is more of a trivia question,
Okay.
but I think it provides a jumping off point for some really, I think, interesting conversations that could be had.
All right.
And that question is, do you know who voiced Gus Baker?
Oh. No, I don't. Do you?
Gus Baker was voiced by Gilbert Gottfried.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
what?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, you just blew my mind.
I thought that might blow your mind.
That was Gilbert Gottfried? And he wasn't talking like this?
He wasn't talking like the Aflac duck.
What? Wow, what?
No, that was him. Yeah, and it got me to thinking about how many celebrity cameo voices have there been in Beavis and Butt-head. Fewer than you'd imagine. Very much not a thing that happens, but somehow Gilbert Gottfried was one of those that broke through.
Okay, I need you to know a couple of things. One, how
Sure.
did you find that out?
IMDb.
Okay. Two, how did I not know that? And okay, I guess three, do any of you all know that? Are you aware of that? 'Cause holy shit, y'all.
And just in case you weren't aware, and I think you know this, so it's not going to be as big of a mind blower to you, but Gilbert Gottfried's voice was not his real voice. It was his performance voice.
I know that much. But the fact that he went from, say, his performance voice to Gus Baker.
Yes.
Okay. Unrecognizable.
But I did go looking to see if there were other celebrities that I just missed, and there really weren't any.
Okay.
It was pretty predictable. And I think I've said this before on the podcast, but I'm going to say it again. All the people who have added themselves as self-archival material on IMDb for like appearing in a music video, Chris Isaak should not be on Beavis and Butt-head's IMDb.
Is he that desperate?
I don't think it's him. I think there's something in the algorithm that kind of allows for that.
Right.
And I don't know if it's something they can manually add or not, but maybe it's something that, a record company has done or management has done or talent agency has done. It's probably not Chris Isaak himself.
Gosh, I mean, for his sake, I hope not. I hope he's got better things to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a Wikipedia page where you can go and edit yourself.
No, but chances are maybe it is management or it is some sort of algorithmic thing where it detects his name somehow and says, okay, you were here. In you go.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't have any idea what goes on behind the scenes in the workings of the IMDb machine, but that does raise some questions.
It does. Still, Gilbert Gottfried, rest in peace. And you gave us a performance that we'll never forget.
Oh my God. I can't believe I never, ever knew that. And the whole time that we've been fans of Beavis and Butt-head, I need a moment.
It was a recent revelation for me as well. Honestly, looking into just like topics, pursuing topics, and I was just on the IMDb page, and I was sorting through all the voice actors who've done work on the show, and I just stumbled into Gilbert Gottfried. I'm like, oh, what'd he do? Gus Baker? Really? That's how I found it.
I never would have thought.
Yeah.
That never would have occurred. And you're sure that's accurate, right?
No.
Uh-oh.
It's just what IMDb says.
Okay, we're going to have to verify now because you've gotten my hopes up so much that like, whoa.
Okay. You're doing a quick Google search?
I am now. Yeah.
All right. Gus Baker voice.
Yeah.
What? Oh, now it tells us
What?
something else.
What happened? What is going on?
Like it says him for the voice. He's credited for the voice.
Okay, it is him.
It is him. Now, that said...
Is there another source to confirm?
Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to throw this little bit out there because this is the Beavis and Butt-head wiki, which says Gus Baker was voiced by Dale Revo. But every other source I see says Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, okay. I think you've opened up a big can of worms here. And for the record, I don't want to edit any of this out because this is a journey for all of us.
Right?
So this is all staying in, right or wrong. And I think we need to put a pin in this and say, we'll get back to you later.
Right?
To verify some information.
Okay.
Because I'm so confused now.
You know what? That might be a whole ass episode now. I think I opened the door.
I mean, a mini-sode at very best, where sort of like how we did 18.5 when we got the update about season 4 of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butt-head coming out. Like,
right.
Update, guys! Guess what, bitches? We have new information, at least to us. Maybe it's going to be like that. Maybe.
So, what is the fourth question of our 10 in our lightning round episode?
So, let's say that the conventional rules don't apply to this question. And let's say you get put in charge of marketing at Paramount Studios, meaning you're in charge of new episodes of Beavis and Butt-head. You have free reign to do whatever you like. And what would you do differently than what's being done now?
With specifically Beavis and Butt-head, I'm assuming.
With this show in particular, yeah, fuck the rest.
One, I think you make it streaming sooner.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wait till the season is done to make it available on streaming. Maybe you wait a week or two. That's fine. But don't make people wait a season. That seems counterproductive.
Yeah.
And I also, I think this might come up in our merchandising episode a little bit. Maybe slow down on the Beavis and Butt-head merch.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm just going to leave that as a teaser.
Okay.
I'm not going to explain myself until next week.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, for the record, when we're recording this, Mike Judge's Beavis and Butt-head Season 3 just became available on Paramount Plus in Canada and the UK, but not the US.
Nope. Not without a VPN.
And absolutely no communication as to if that's happening, when that's happening. We don't know. And so my short answer to this question that I have is transparency.
Oh.
Let your audience know what is going on. Give us an idea of what to expect so we're not constantly speculating and asking questions and wondering what the hell is going on when you could so simply give us an answer.
That's totally fair. I'm with you on that.
Now, granted, I know there's a lot more complication to that in real life where it's not just the marketing department who's publicizing these things. However, Paramount, could you please get your shit together and let us know anyway? Huh? We'd really appreciate that.
Can I change my answer?
Sure.
I want to steal your answer now. Your answer is now my answer.
Okay, that's fine. You can steal it. That's fair.
All right, cool.
All right, what's your next question?
This is a question that has actually come up on the Beavis and Butt-head subreddit a couple times, and it's been very interesting to me. I think we could riff for a half hour on it, but I want to scale it back. Have Beavis and Butt-head become less sexist to women in their music video reviews in the new reboot?
That is a really good question. Somehow I have not seen this on the Beavis and Butthead subreddit. If I have, I've ignored it. And now that I actually think about it, I kind of wonder, have they?
And that would be the argument, is that now Beavis and Butthead, instead of, I guess, and it's not so much sexism as much as it is, ooh, she's hot.
Objectifying.
There was a lot of objectifying in the 90s. There's almost none of that now.
It's true. I mean, I'm thinking about it right now, and I mean, without actually tallying it up, I would say yes, there is less of that.
The objectification and the sexism really wasn't something I thought about in the original run, but now that it's out there in the milieu, it's something I've actually ended up thinking about more than twice. And I think it's one of those things where it's an easy laugh. And one of the things that has changed with the reboots is they're not always going for that easy laugh. And I think that that's overall a strength.
Yeah, I don't disagree. What hasn't changed is Beavis and Butthead are just as obsessed with sex and wanting to have sex as ever. But the objectification of women really is different. Yeah, the attitude has changed with cultural change.
Yes. And it used to be the attitude was, and I grew up in this era where, oh, if you call a woman hot or beautiful, that's not objectification. That's a compliment.
It's supposed to be taken as a compliment, right?
Right. But it's very clearly over the last couple decades, the definition of that and the meaning of that interaction has definitely taken on new forms. And I think Beavis and Butthead have grown in that way.
Yeah, no complaints here. I mean, honestly, if they were still objectifying women in this way, it would come across as even more bigoted than they already are. And we would be having less fun making fun of them.
Yeah, good call. Like I said, we could probably riff on that for half an hour, but then we would turn into a sexism in the 2020s podcast, and I'm not sure we want to go there yet.
We don't, because we would get reviews from people saying, oh, the podcast went woke. Wah. That's okay. We can pass.
All right, question number 6 is all yours. What is it?
Okay. Let's go in with a given here. Every show is a product of its time, yeah?
Of course, yes.
How well or not do you think Beavis and Butthead is aging? And by this, I mean the classic series of the 90s.
I think it is a product of its time. I think there are some episodes that do not stand up, particularly some of the early ones. And I try to keep in mind that if I suggest to someone, hey, you ought to go watch Beavis and Butthead and start with season 1, episode 1, right? Start at the very beginning. What's the very first thing that happens in this entire series is maybe the most racist joke in the series.
Which is
the boys making fun of the Asian man in the television ad.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So one of the most racist things that they do is right out of the gate. And yet it is a product of its time. And those were, rhymes that I heard on the playground when I was in first grade. It was nothing that I didn't already know or hadn't already been exposed to as a child of the 80s and 90s. So it didn't shock me. And now it might be a little bit more shocking than it was. It might be a little bit more like, oh, wow, how did they get away with this?
Right. Or why are they doing that? Why are they saying that?
That too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you and I have talked before about the R word and how
Yes.
growing up in the 80s, that is how young children that we went to school with were referred to who were in the slower classes.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, there's no way in hell you would say that without getting reprimanded. So things have changed.
Things have changed, and this is something that I try to teach my students about as a journalism professor. One of the things we talk about quite a bit is that language changes. Language is not set in stone. Definitions change, usage changes, And you've got to be able to keep up with that.
It's true. Yeah, it's neither, I'm not trying to make a judgment whether it's good or bad necessarily. It's just that it is. It does change. And you go with it or you don't. And if you don't, you're going to get left behind.
So here's turning that question back to you. Do you think that some of it maybe hasn't held up as well?
Yeah, I would say some elements have not held up super well. But a lot of things are universally funny on the other hand. Things like, I don't know, butt flambe. And when pregnant pause, where Beavis thinks he's pregnant. I mean, this is just stupid shit that you can love in any era. At least I hope so. Now, 50 years from now, let's check back and see if I have to eat crow. But that's what I'm going to say right now as a snapshot in 2026, looking back on episodes made in the 1990s.
Well, I think that's fair. I think we're in agreement on that.
Yeah, and everything is a product of its time. We're not expecting any show, much less Beavis and Butt-head, to be quote-unquote perfect or timeless or whatever you want to call it. Context does matter, and yet you do have to take that into account when you watch it, and that does get harder as time goes by.
Yes.
All right. What is your next one?
So my last two questions both have to do with research that I've done, and you know me, I love my research.
Yes, you do.
This one relates to, I think, a line that we all associate with Beavis, and we feel like it's ubiquitous. It's always been Beavis, and it is Beavis's boing.
Boing.
Boing. Right? You want a surprise? You want your mind blown?
Please. Again.
In the first 4 seasons of Beavis and Butt-head, do you know how many classic boings we get?
Oh, you are going to blow my mind, aren't you, and say none at all.
It's very close to that. It's 1.
Okay, where does it happen?
1 boing in the first 4 seasons. And hey, good thing I came prepared. It's in the reaction to the video, Is It What You Wanted by Greta.
Okay.
Yeah, the most random place, and Beavis drops this boing at the end of season 4. And then in season 5, we get 3 in the same scene of Plastic Surgeon.
Wow.
And so, Beavis is talking about getting penis implants, and then, he has one that's stifled in his nose because he's boing.
Yeah.
Because his nose is all bandaged. This was only a thing that took off in the last 3 seasons. And I thought it had always been in the show. It hasn't been. And it only came about at the end of season 4. And then it became a crutch that they leaned on in the last 3 seasons.
They knew they had a good thing. But they did. I am a little surprised it started that late given how prevalent it is. I mean, it's even in Mike Judge's Beavis and Butt-head. Like the sleepover episode. Cody's mom goes boing in the worst possible way.
Now, there is a little caveat there that there is a boing in the Faith No More video Falling to Pieces, which is season 1, where Beavis is more doing a pogo-y. He's like, boing, boing, boing. I don't think that counts.
That does not count. That's not the same thing. No.
Yeah, agreed. I was just surprised, and this is something came up in my rewatch, that this thing that we had always associated with Beavis and I guess I had always assumed in retrospect it had always been a part of his character. It really wasn't.
Wow. Okay, that ties into a question that I have. Like, okay, you got to really narrow it down. Just give me your instant reaction, which is for both Beavis and Butt-head. What is their go-to catchphrase?
So, for Butt-head, I think it's, hey, baby.
Yeah, good one.
And for Beavis, I think it's either boing or it's potentially, I am the great cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole.
Not, hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going is very close second. I considered it, but I didn't want to have their intros to chicks both be their catchphrases.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I think maybe my second nomination for Butthead myself would be Come to Butthead.
Oh, yes. Yes. True.
And then for Beavis, I would take How's It Going?
That's fair.
Because that's how he greets people.
Yeah. And there is this whole discussion, too, that I've seen in some online communities about the fact that Beavis is very inviting to women because he's like, hey, how's it going? While Butthead is sexual right from the start and is a hey, baby.
Uh-huh.
And that Beavis's way of introducing himself to women will probably actually make him more successful with women moving forward.
It's true. Showing a genuine interest in someone else, asking, hey, how are you doing, is going to get a better response than, hi, I think you're pretty. I would like to do you.
Yes.
So just a note to the guys out there, and the gals, but I guess we're giving dating advice now on this podcast. I don't know what we're doing here.
So let me bring it back because I do
Please.
have a very, very deep question that I have saved for my last.
Okay, what is it?
By the way, we do a lot of our work in Google Drive, and I built a folder for this episode. Stay out, Shar. I want this to be a surprise. I want you to open that folder.
Okay, I get to open it now?
You do get to open it now because in that folder, there are 3 videos that I think are Beavis and Butt-head mysteries that we can solve together.
Oh.
And those 3 mysteries actually come from our friends at the Beavis and Butt-head Wiki, who, shout out to them, they do amazing work. They have a whole list of every time Beavis and Butt-head do a guitar riff, and they list what song is associated with that riff. But there are 3 riffs that they have never classified, and I think I know them.
Okay, and you're asking me to tag them first, aren't you?
I'm going to ask you to watch the video and to see if you can identify the song first. And
you son of a bitch.
We're also going to set this up for our audience. We're going to play the sound effect and see if you can guess what song that might be from. Because keep in mind, I am just coming up with my best guess. The Beavis and Butt-head Wiki folks are some of the smartest, most informed people out there as far as what this show's about. If they don't know, it's not like I'm bringing up anything they haven't already thought about.
Well, here's what's great about the internet is we've got more of a, like, the hive mind where it's not just our brains working on it. It's not even just the Beavis and Butt-head Wiki working on it. We can all collectively figure this out.
So the first riff is from the episode Friday Night. Play.
Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Is that like Helmet?
That is Helmet. And that's the song I think it is too. I think it's unsung by Helmet.
Okay, that's my guess as well. Listeners, let us know if you think we're full of it.
Now, I do have a backup for what that song might be.
Okay.
It's unlikely, but it also kind of sounds like the Sports Center theme. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Well, I mean, with all the music video channels Beavis and Butt-head have, I don't know if they're turning to Sports Center.
I wouldn't think so. I think that's very unlikely.
It seems like it.
All right.
Okay.
So video 2 is going to be Beware of the Butt.
Let's do this.
Play.
Dun dun da 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 da.
Oh my. I have no idea.
All right. I think I found it.
What is it?
Not yet. I'm not going to tell you yet because 2 and 3 are connected.
Oh, you
So,
tease.
Number 3 is At the Movies. It's from that episode, and we're going to go ahead and put that one up and hit play.
Okay.
Dun da 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 da.
I'm at a loss, man. You got me. I have no idea.
Okay, so those 2, I think, are connected in a similar way, which is something that Beavis and Butt-head did not normally do, which is come up with a riff from a video that they watch in the same episode.
Oh, okay.
Right? So if you listen really close to the riff, there are places where I think that sounds like riffs that show up in music videos that they critique. in that episode. So Beware of the Butt, the first one we watched, is tied to the song The Road Behind by Gwar,
Okay.
which is a video in that episode. And in our show notes, we will have a link to the Gwar video. And in the Gwar video, about 25 seconds or so in, I think you get a riff that sounds a lot like what Beavis and Butt-head share in that episode, Beware of the Butt. And then the other one is from At the Movies, and I think it's the first licks of the song You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC.
Really?
Yeah. Da, da, na, 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 da, na, na, da, na, na.
Okay.
I think that might be what that is. It's the opening licks to You Shook Me All Night Long.
Okay. I hear it when you say it, but I did not get that out of the clip whatsoever. I'm going to have to go back and re-listen to that.
By the way, if it really is You Shook Me All Night Long, that is the most tone-deaf Beavis and Butt-head have ever been.
Maybe that's what's getting me is it's not good if that's what they're going for.
Right. But that is a video that shows up later in this episode, but that is not something they usually did. And so I am doubting myself that those are actually the right songs.
Okay. Listeners, we need your help here. Do you have better ideas? Do you know? Let's figure this out collectively. This could be fun.
Yeah, can't wait to hear what your thoughts are, and can't wait to maybe help these folks out that would solve this little mystery.
You may be able to help solve a mystery.
Oh my God, could we possibly be contributing in some small way to the Beavis and Butt-head Wikipedia?
That'd be awesome.
Oh my God, yeah, that would be sweet.
So, last question. I hope it's a good one.
Well, I've got a little bit, like, we're doing lightning round questions. Well, I'm doing, like, real lightning round questions here. We're going to go for this or that. It's like a 1 or 2, yes or no, this or that, one of these things, okay?
Perfect. Okay.
So whatever your first instinct is, you go for it, you justify it, and then we go on to the next thing, all right? And I've got a couple of these.
Okay.
Okay, Buzzcut or Van Driesen?
Van Driesen.
Because
as much as I like to think I'm athletic, I'm really not, and really I'm just a hippie at heart. So I probably, as much as I don't want to say I identify more with Van Driesen, I probably do. I'm probably closer to him than I will care to admit in real life.
Fair enough. Okay, a fundraiser for the Christian Businessmen's Association or working at Burger World for a week?
This one hurts.
I knew it would.
This one hurts because I would not look forward to working at Burger World, but Socko sucks.
He's got a hand up his butt.
Socko's the worst. But you know what? I'll take a day of that over a week in fast food. By the way, shout out to everyone who works in fast food. I know people like to rip on that as being like an easy job. It is not.
No, you do not get paid enough to deal with that bullshit.
Many shout outs to you. You are doing yeoman's work. Holy cow. Much respect.
Yeah, and really anybody in customer service who is getting paid a low wage to handle a lot of bullshit, and if you're working with other people, you are, especially the general public, and my hat's off to you, because I've been there, I've done it. It sucks. It's not easy.
No,
You're never going to get paid enough to deal with all of that, and just, yeah, bless you all.
Yes.
Okay, next one. Betsy Wiener or Beavis H?
Betsy Wiener.
Decency in media.
Decency in media. Hey, we could have a great talk about journalism and media studies and all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, we sure could.
That's an easy one for me.
I think you could riff on that for a full 30 minutes just on your own. I'd just be here to listen.
Yeah, I don't want to subject you to that, but I could.
I think we should subject our audience to that.
Well, maybe if they let us know that that's something they want to hear.
Right. Maybe yay or nay. Like, yes, please, or, oh, God, please don't.
It's okay if you say no, honestly. It won't hurt my feelings.
Okay. And last one, Beavis or Butt-head?
Oh, my gosh. This is a question that does show up a lot in internet conversations that I see. And I think the answer for me is Beavis.
Okay. Because?
Butt-head is a psychopath. Beavis is just easily led.
Yeah, agreed. He's easily influenced. Butthead is got something wrong with him. That's why he is the leader.
Yeah, kind of where I fall on that spectrum.
All right. Well, those are my questions.
Awesome. I think we did a pretty awesome episode given the fact that we had no real topic. We just bounced around a lot.
No, wait a minute. We had the umbrella of lightning topics, and then we have broken that down into lightning round topics. We had topics. We had many topics.
Many topics. That's the thing. Is usually we have one topic. Today we had 10.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I had a lot of fun, and it did allow us to cover some things that I feel like we both wanted to talk about, but we both knew might not make for a full episode. So in that way, I'm excited to hear what our listeners think. And if there are things that they think we should expound on, I would love to hear some of that feedback.
I would also love to know if you like this idea of doing sort of like little mini-sodes every now and then where we knock down a bunch of little questions like this. And if you have any little questions like this, throw them out there and we'll give you our input and see if that sparks any further conversation there too.
Yeah. And we'll give you a shout out on the show for sparking that interest. For
Totally.
Sure. And you can do that on a bunch of different platforms. Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, tpforyourearholes.com. All ways that you can reach us, and we cannot wait to hear from you. Also, do us a favor. Give us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform. It really does help boost us up the algorithm. And we're not doing this for listens, but we are doing this to build a community. And as a listener, we know you're a part of that community already, but we want to help it grow.
Yes, and you can play a big part in that. We can say so much and do so much, but after that, it's up to you, and we'd really appreciate that.
So thank you to all you fart knockers out there for joining us this week. Next week, we're going to do a little bit more of a deep dive. We haven't done a deep dive in a while. We're going to do a deep dive.
I'm jazzed.
That deep dive is going to be about merchandising. And that's all I'm going to say for now. I know we both have thoughts, but that'll be next week, and we can't wait until then to talk with you about that.